Good morning friends, welcome back to the stock options. Today we'll be talking about strangles and spreads. So this is the slide we already seen. Let's talk again. uh, these are the ways to trade options: naked calls, puts, then sell covered calls, spreads. These are the four types of spreads: iron condor, calendar spread, and strangle. Talking about the strangle, in a strangle we buy a call and a put together. Why do we do when and why do we buy strangles? When we expect there is going to be a great move in the stock. It might be either upward or it might be downward, so either way. Since you're buying both call and put, if there is a great move on one side, the call itself will go even higher than the price of the whole strangle. So that is kind of expectation when we buy strangles. Suppose you are waiting for a news, the news might be good news. If you are waiting for a good news, you can take a hedged call. We'll talk about the hedged call. If you are waiting for a bad news on the on a stock, you might take a hedged put. So talking about strangles, there are two categories which you would be hearing often. Long strangle means you are buying a call and you're buying a put. You are in a long position in both call and put. Then short strangle, a lot of people do this strategy as well. You are selling a call and you're selling a put. You are in short position on both call and put. Now suppose our stock ABC is at $100 price. So these are the four types of strangles that you can take. The first one is a straddle. Straddle means same strike price, call and put. So you can take 100 call and 100 put, so that's called a straddle. Uniform strangle means either side, call and put, the strike is evenly situated, means evenly kept. So say suppose $5 $5 up and $5 down for the put. $5 up for the call, 105. $5 down for the put is 95. For the same expiry date. Then these are the hedged calls, means you are taking a call, but since you feel risk is there, so you are just covering it with a put. So you are taking a 102 call, that is just $2 above 100, and a 95 put. So put will be cheaper, call will be expensive. Similarly hedged put, so your put strike is close, that is 98, just $2 below 100, and the call strike is far, that is 5%, that is 105 call. So call is cheap, put is expensive. So this is called a hedged put. So these are the ways to buy strangles. Now if depends on the news how it comes. If the news is very good, your hedged call will give you profit. Your hedged call will come green much quicker, means it will show you profit much quicker if you are in a hedged call and the news is good. Similarly for the hedged put, if the news is bad, your strangle will show profit much quicker than a uniform strangle. So these are ways to trade strangles. Let's move on to spreads. Talking about spreads, the first question is, what is an option spread? Option spread means you're buying option strike, might be a call or a put, and at the same time you are selling a different strike, different option strike with the same call or the put. Why spread? Reduces risk, because your the money that you put is very low. Say suppose if you're trading Tesla, for Tesla one call option, if you want to buy, you might have to pay say 2,500, but if you're going for a spread, it will be 200 to 300. And that is the advantage that you basically have. You can go for any expensive stock or expensive options like Tesla, Amazon, Google. Sorry. For options, delta and theta, the Greeks, both either or both work in favor of spreads. With low risk, since the risk is low, you might be able to wait. So suppose you took a Tesla spread on Monday. On Tuesday Tesla did not perform much, it was kind of flattish, but on Wednesday it went up. So if the stock remains flattish, on a naked call you will lose, but on a spread you can still wait and wait for Wednesday. When it goes up, your spread will be in profit and you can sell. So the waiting is good since the risk is low. Moving ahead, vertical spreads and calendar spreads. Calendar spread, I have kept a separate topic of calendar spreads. We'll speak in the next session. Today we'll be talking about vertical spreads. Why vertical? Because for the same expiry on a vertical zone. I'll show you in an example. On a vertical position, we are selecting our buy and sell positions. Now these are the four types of spreads that we'll be talking. The first one is call debit spread, call credit spread, put debit spread, put credit spread. Now don't confuse yourself much with the naming conventions. Once you understand one of them, you will be able to understand all of them. So first thing is debit. Debit means you are going to pay to enter. So debit and call debit. Call debit means you're paying to enter a call position. So it's like similar to a call position. So you are bullish on the stock. Then credit final outcome is you are doing kind of a short. You are selling a call option at a costlier call option and buying a cheaper one. So you are kind of a selling thing, and money will be credited on your account. So that is a credit. So if we talk call credit spread, means you are basically you are selling a call. So you are bullish, you are bearish, or your view is flat. Similarly, put credit spread. So basically you are selling a put, selling an expensive put and buying a cheaper put. So money is credited on your account. In that case, you are put credit spread, you are bullish, or you might be flattish view. Now here I have in detail explained the called debit spread. Means you are paying from your account, you are paying to get into this spread. You are buying a higher valued call option. For example, this real example of Tesla, I have taken. Tesla closed at 795, that is the spot price, and these are the call premiums. 795 premium is 30, then 800 premium is 27, 805 is 25, and sorry, I skipped one slide. 805 is 25 and 810 is 23. So these are the call premium options. call premiums for these options. Now debit, once again we are paying money to enter this. So we are paying for a call option. We are taking an expensive call option. We are buying the one at 25, that is 805 call option, and we are selling at the same time. We are selling 810 strike, which is at 23. Finally you are paying just the difference. You got 25 and then you paid 25 and then you got 23. So finally you have to pay just $200 as your premium. These are the delta and the theta. So theta is almost same, around 2.15 for all these, but there is a difference in delta of 0.02 dollar. Next day, what will happen if the Tesla goes up by $30, which is most likely? So the spot price of Tesla will become 825, and what will happen to your call options? Your call options will increase per dollar by this delta. So this is just, I'm not even considering about gamma. If we take gamma into picture, the delta will also rise by per dollar rise in the stock. So this is the minimum value of option that will be you will see on the next day, on Monday, when the market opens. Say suppose if Tesla moves up by $30, the 805 will become 805 strike, the call premium will become 36.35, and for 810 it will become 33.75. So finally, if you square off your spread, you will get 2.6, which is the lot size is 100, so you'll get $260. You paid 200, you get 260, which is $60 profit. That is 30% profit. This is an easier way to calculate approx how much profit you will get. Is the difference of delta into rise in the stock. So difference of delta and rise in the stock. This is approx value. Remember, you have to consider gamma also, because for both the strike there will be a gamma, and the delta will rise because of that value. All these delta, gamma, theta I have already spoken in one of the previous sessions. So what is the advantage here with compared to the naked calls? If you take naked call of 810, you would have paid 2,300, and once the Tesla goes up by $30, that is so much of risk to 2,300. Okay, Here in the spread you are paying just 200. You might not, some of you might not even afford to pay 2300 on one option. So when you sell at 3375. We just saw in the previous slide it was 33.75. so you sell that and you get 46% profit, but the risk is so high. With a spread you pay only 200 and the profit is 30%. If Tesla goes up by down by $30, we have to also think about this situation. You lose similarly approx $60 you lose on your side. Approx, you might lose even less than this, but for naked calls you lose more than $1,000. So moving on to the next slide, we have call credit spread. So your view is bearish or flattish. Credit spread, as I already told earlier, your final outcome is you are getting credit on your position. So it's a kind of a short position. You are selling a costly option and buying a cheaper one. So here the costly call was 805. Among the 805 and 810, that was of $25. I'm selling it, so I'm collecting $25. Then I'm buying 23 for 23 the 810 strike, so I'm paying $23. Finally there is $200 credit in my account. Now what do I want? I want Tesla to go down, or it may remain flat. If it remains flat, we will get benefit from the theta effect. So what happens if Tesla loses by $30? So these premiums will lose by so much amount with considering the delta and the theta. So it will become 9.35 for 805 strike, and it will become $8 for 810 strike. So finally the difference is now 1.35. If you square off, you pay 1.35. Earlier you collect, that is $135 with considering the lot size of 100, because but you collected 200, now you paid 135, so the profit is $65. That is 32.5% gains. Why gains is more in credit spread? Credit spread, the gain is more because the theta is also going in your favor. The time decay is also going in your favor, so you get little bit more gain with respect to credit spread. But the problem with credit spreads are the risk is unlimited because if the stock goes high up, if the stock goes against you, these options might rise very high and the difference might become 350 or 450. In that case you lose $150 or $200. So that is the issue with credit spread. But if the stock remains flat, and if Tesla closes below 805 on the date of expiry, both the options will expire at 0, and you can keep the full premium of 200, that is 100% gains. So I hope you understand how you get 100% gains for credit spread if the stock remains flat till the expiry. Now similarly, we just spoke about call debit spread and call credit spread. Similarly, this is put debit spread and put credit spread. Put debit spread means you are bearish and you are taking position on a higher valued put, that is 790 put. You are buying at 25 and you are selling the 785 put, which is at 23. So basically you are paying 25 and collecting 23. Finally you are paying $200. If Tesla goes down, since you are bearish, if Tesla goes down by $30, this is your profit 0.57. So that is 28.5% profit on put debit spread. Since you understood, if you understood call debit spread, put debit spread, you just reverse and you can understand the concept. Now moving on to the next one, this is put credit spread, means you are taking credit by selling a put. So you are bullish or you are flattish. Okay, so if Tesla gains by $30 on the next day, this is your profit because you are bullish. If Tesla remains flat and it closes above 795, above 790 on the day of expiry, both these options will become 0. You have sold a put option, so since they become 0, both these options become 0. out of money puts. So that way you keep the 100% premium whatever you collected by selling the put option. Okay, so 790 put you sold at 25, and 785 put you bought at 23. So basically you got $2 credit, 200 credit. Okay, now if Tesla remains flat and remains above 790 on the day of expiry, both these will expire as zero, and you can keep the 100% premium which you collected. So this is about put credit spread. So that's all I had in this session. I hope you understood a little bit on the spreads. Don't go by don't confuse yourself by the naming conventions. You don't even need to remember them. Okay, but just think you are taking credit or you are paying debit. Okay, so if it is debit, means you are buying an expensive option and selling a cheaper option, so that is debit. Which one is expensive? So the whichever is expensive, that way you can decide the credit and the debits. If you are selling a expensive option, means you are going for a credit. Okay, so that way you can understand much clearly. And recently in our group I have just posted, I am into called debit spread for Facebook. I think Facebook is going to go up in the next week or next to next week, so I'm into that. I have time, I can wait, since I'm into a spread, I can wait. So let's see how it goes. We'll post the results. Thank you for joining this session. Good day.